looks like we're only about less than 10 seconds away from...
About 10 seconds now. The boats are gearing up. It'll be about 7.5 minutes, and we will see the boats here at the finish line very shortly.
We've got Reg Astral here from Super Shot. Good luck for Baker's Blitz. How do you think you'll go?
Oh, we're pretty keen that we'll do well. We would have thought we'd be in the top 4 or 5, but we're even more keen to try and win it, so we're going to have a go.
Just trying to shave those few seconds off each year, you know. It's at the point now where it's really difficult. So to keep it all together, but we're hoping for a good run, obviously, and it's an extremely important event to us.
Yeah, we're hoping. We've done our development last year, which took us a bit of time to get organised. Prior to that, we were using other type of technology that had run its race with PSIs, and they were very good for us at the time, but time moves on, and we're up with this, and we're hoping we've come over that development period, and we're into it for this particular day, and if we do it, well, you know, that'd be very nice.
What's it like travelling backwards with your brother driving? You must have a lot of confidence in him.
All the confidence in the world. I've got to actually keep him going. He's being too good to the skiers, so we're going to give him a bit harder time today.
Yeah, went for a run this morning in the just a practice session. They went really, really well. I mean, we got 114 mile an hour up a couple of little straights, and we're happy with that. And to get the colony around the corners, we're a little bit worried about the right-handers, but seem to be hanging pretty well. So we're looking for a good result.
Went for a run this morning with the boys, and that went quite well. So we're hoping to get round as quick and as tight as we can, around all the bends.
I know you're here to win because you've been here the last 4 days, practising up and down the river. Have you got all the corners worked out?
No, but there'll be no excuses when we get to the end. We won't blame anything but us if we lose.
Been running as husband and wife since we really started ski racing, which is back in 1989, so yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and it's we've had some success and some heartbreak, but yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, I've got a lot of confidence in the boys. I think the weak link here is me. I think the boys will go all right, so no, I'm very happy to have them.
Here comes Showdown.
Oh, what a finish. Thundering down the main straightaway. Very, very foul. Brilliant, brilliant. Brilliant stuff, this. There he comes. Sliding all the way. Floor to the floor. What a finish for Super Shot.
15. Big supercharged engine.
Well, chopping his way through very nicely through all the washes, the axe spokes. Yeah, Calvin Blank.
Boat number 6, it's Argo, Ron.
Very fast finish for Argo, I'd reckon.
Here she comes.
Yes, a very fast finish, a beautiful boat. Expertly driven by Ring House.
Is this Stinger on its way?
That's Kenny Broyd.
There they go, they're on the corner.
And on the corner, here comes Ken Broyd and Stinger. And it's going to be a great finish for Kenny. See what I mean?
7:28. Here comes Moonshot.
And 14 and 7. Ooh. 2 ounces for a gliding, sliding finish. Ooh.
Next one, it certainly looks like too extreme.
Andrew Metcalf and Dick Phillips.
And particularly quick as well. Here they come. Here's Too Extreme round the corner, heading up straight to the finish line.
A very fast finish, claw to the floor all the way. There's a tall, dark and handsome motors.
It looks like we've got the Sting, New South Wales twin turbo boat. So that's the Sting. They've actually dropped their skier down at the Marul corner.
Bad luck. You can't have bad luck, can you?
But it is Top Shot, and here they should be coming round that last corner right now.
Wow. Sitting beautifully on the water is Top Shot.
Our unofficial timer here has actually got them down as the quickest boat through as yet.
7:02.
Okay, so we found it's Cyclone Racing from Greenvale, just outside of Melbourne, with Ian Delmenico, one of the skiers out the back. Round the corner, heading up the straight towards the finish line.
Great finish it is too.
Boat from Beaconsfield in Victoria.
A very fast finisher, and fast enough to win though. And here they come.
Well, look at that, certainly a supercharger on top, so this should be body count.
Body count, yes. Beautiful boat too. Fast enough to win, not a hoe, no worries about that. It's sliding, gliding, jumping. Good finish though, a very, very good finish. Extremely good finish. And so the skiers getting a magnificent watch to ski behind.
It is moonlight and they're not far from coming round the corner.
Are they going round the
Here
bend?
they go.
Dick, are they going round the bend yet? Okay, they're round the bend, down the main straightaway, thundering down the main straightaway.
$17 Bitchin, another Queensland boat with David Townsend and Neil Riot out the back. And we've got closely followed by two boats, Contact, number 20, and 2 Radical. Those two boats in the mock social class. As we said, they're the inboard social class boats to finish. Contact dancing across the line. Just walking, I think, and for the looks of the observer there, throwing the hands in the air there, happy as. Looks like we've got the Rat, the last of the under 8 litre inboard social class boats coming up. This is a boat from Gilmore in the ACT with Jason Case and Louise Rankin skiing. So this is boat 14, Mean Machine from Tatura, another local boat. They're well off the pace at the moment though. And the next boat coming through is Voodoo, another one of those Queensland boats, as we said.
At about 47.40 for Voodoo. Looks like boat 26, Signature Racing. And there's certainly more boats flying.
Now we're not far off from seeing boat number 16. If you're confused with the pronunciation of that boat name, give you a hint. Stick a mirror at the front of it. It might give you an idea as to what the name of the boat actually is. 34 will be following them. Now that is the first of our next class, sponsored by Kincaid Marine, Rolco. Tough call from Slacks Creek up in Queensland. There they go, boat number 34. That should be a reasonable time too, I think.
Sorry, Dick.
We've had tough call. We've got boat number 35, I believe it is, that's coming. Red Pepper.
Throwing around the water, going very wide in the final bend. But this is Red Pepper, and they should cross the line at about 42.20.
Michael, away from Sydney, you've obviously been in the bridge to bridge. How does this compare, the Club Marine Southern 82,000?
A lot more turns, my God.
And it looks like we've got Revolution. I still can't figure out who's done the most runs, but this guy's got to be in contention.
That's boat number 28. 28 is Mercenary from Safety Beach in Victoria.
Obviously had a few hassles because they're well off the pace and being passed by quite a few boats.
Edward River as possibly can. That's 31 crossing the line now. That's Rough Red. Looking much more clean across the water. This is boat number 44, Under Siege. Gunsmoke will be crossing the line very shortly.
Brad Robertson and John Petter.
Looking very clean through the water and running some pretty good times too.
There's 4 boats that are missing in there. Phalanx, Grumpy, Viper and Intrepid, but a great run by Gunsmoke.
And the first boat there, you see the skier pumping his hand in the air. We want more. We want more speed. Boat 55.
And there's a very, very happy crew to have made it up and across the line.
And then followed in by boat 59 and 50 seconds. Now, that's the first of the Smock Social dig. Now, there's a couple of boats passed there just a moment ago, some very fast times. The first of the Smock Social to come through. We saw Johnson Outboards coming through around 43.40, and still no dramas looking around the 41-minute mark. They're certainly on race time, on record time. Boat 51 just crossing the line now is Let's Rock from Bellbridge in Victoria. Back with the action as we're about to see another boat cross the line.
Petty Cash, I think it is, Andrew. And
Petty Cash.
They've obviously been passed, and we're still missing Pest as well.
Well, Petty Cash seem to be running fairly smoothly across the water, but they're certainly not on the same sort of race time as 2 of the other boats who started some 3-4 minutes after they did.
58 coming up now. They're off the pace. I think they started second.
They started second in the Smock Social class. Here they are coming into the final bend now. That is Pest in Smock Social. So 52 or 62 first up?
62, and then I think the other boat's one that's been passed by quite a few. Boat number 30, I believe.
Well, 62 is FMC from Glenroy in Victoria.
No, they're coming up the finish line at the moment.
That is FMC crossing the line around 45.50.
Boat number 30, Pulse, that was one that we're after for the crew earlier on, so good to see that they've actually made it to the line.
Here we are, we've got more action on the water with another boat arriving very shortly. Boat number 64, the Dealer from Gladstone in Queensland. They started off around 46 minutes ago. She crossed the line and around the 47-minute mark. These boats are coming through in fairly close sort of times, within 3 or 4 minutes of each other. So once again, we talk about that reliability, that they're all fairly well placed with against each other.
I think we've got boat number 45, which is a Phalanx boat from Bayswater. Now they're back in the previous class, so they're certainly well off the pace. So we set off the pace, but another team will be glad to finish.
All right, here we are down in the water again. I've got my first lady skier over the line. Joanne, how did you go? You're in smock closure, were you? Not even wearing a smock.
I did okay.
How many times have you done this race?
3 times.
Does it get any easier?
Not really.
And you've done a lot of training for it, you were just telling me?
Yeah, fair bit.
What's going to happen now? We're going to kick back and have a few quiet ones?
Lots.
Thank you very much, Whiskers. We catch the next couple of boats across the line. That's boat 61, the Caterpillar, coming through in the Smock Social class also. Followed in closely by
boat number 50, Bandit, should be.
And yes, they're across the line and they're happy. Very happy.
Another one coming up round the corner at the moment, and that should be boat number 69, Broken Dreams from Forestville in Victoria.
In fact, it's a Shogun. Shogun, and the first
substitute.
First of our stock 6-litre Jagged Edge.
Okay, we've got Way to Go from Shepparton. Should be the next boat through. Boat number 72.
72, that's Way to Go Shepparton, as you say. And coming through in a faster time than Jagged Edge. At this stage, I'd be guessing they'd be just over the 43-minute mark. Well, there's a way to go across the line at about 43.40.
Number 63, River God. Not far off crossing the finishing line. River God started back just after 9 o'clock this morning. They're a smock boat from Aspendale Gardens. Have a look at the paint job on this one. We've got boat number 67 coming up across the line at the moment.
Flipped from the Smock Social class. And they had a clean run like that right the way down the river.
It's deceptive. I mean, the guys, this is Dictator from Rowville, obviously a fair way behind the last boat to come through, which was Way to Go. We're missing Migraine. Jagged Edge, a bit slower than what we thought, but they still seem to have had a good run up the river, and Dictator coming up to the last bend shortly.
It's just around the 47.5, 47.45 for the Dictator coming through.
So they're about 5 minutes off that record time. Boat number 78. Boat number 78, that's the first boat away in the 175 Outboard Social, sponsored by Perfect Party Hire. Boat number 77, which is Ferrell, the last of the stock 6-litre social boats to actually leave. And then we've got closely followed behind them another local boat from Manila, High Roller.
Just crossing out at 77, that's Ferrell.
I like seeing these guys throw their arms in the air. Obviously, it doesn't. A lot of them aren't concerned about where they finish. They just want to finish and make it across the line.
So we've got their High Roller coming through in around 46.20. And Whiskers is down on the boat ramp with one of the skiers, I believe. Is it Whiskers this time?
No, Andrew, I've got another observer here. I've got Anita from Melbourne, and a bit hairy out there. What happened coming around the bend and a big shock in front of you?
Very hairy. We came around, we were passing another boat, and there was a boat that had crashed or something in front of us, skiers all across the river. And our driver had to slam on the, there's no brakes on the boat, but take off the accelerator, and our chair broke at the same time because of the impact, and our skiers sort of lost momentum, so I had to quickly go around and pick them up.
Kane had come through in a local Echuca boat with Phil Woods and Annette observing. Now, those guys have been involved in the Southern 80 for many, many years.
They'd be very happy with their time there too, Dick, under 45 minutes. About 44.50 they came through, so they'd be right up there and very happy with their times. If you're not going to win the race, they still want to get across the finish line to say they've actually completed the Southern 80. It's such a tough, gruelling course that they're happy to say, we got across the line. We've got two very close here together, and you'll find Top Image is taking a wide run in case these guys want to get through. Certainly powering through across the line. That is boat number 83, and there is no fear. In around 44.40, so they're certainly up there with the best times in the 175 horsepower outboard social class. We've got another couple just rounding the Marul Bend as we speak. No Dramas will be crossing the line for us very shortly. No Dramas from Barham,
just
a
down
local
the river.
boat. Yep, they will know this part of the river reasonably well, you would guess.
Now we've got boat number 66, Thunderbird.
And that's it, Thunderbird crossing the line. Very content to be across the line as well.
Okay, boat number 82, Cheers. Now, this is I think this is the boat that was locally owned for quite some time and well known to people at the Southern 80. Already been passed by No Fear and No Dramas, but as they come up to the line again, another crew just happy to finish here, and we'll go to a short break and be back in a moment.
If you've got to pass anyone, it makes it a bit hard if they don't get over for you, so I thought I might just take a carving knife this year, and bloke won't move over for me, I might have to cut his ropes. We won here 2 years ago. We won Mildura last year, fastest time. Had the record here for 18 years with a 5-litre boat. I had both records, 6-litre and 5-litre, for about an hour. Now we're going for it again.
Still missing Excuse Me and Rumble in that particular class, the 175 outboard social, sponsored by Perfect Party Hire. After that, we should be looking at Hauling Glass, El Loco, Local Boat Oscar, and then Ken's, which will round out the 175 outboard social class. And we've got boat number 85, Excuse Me, coming up around the last bend and heading up to the line. Now they've already been passed by Alibi that finished a few moments ago. And we should be looking out now for Hauling Glass and El Loco. We've got Local Boat Oscar, Paul Jarman, one of the owners and the driver of that particular boat. They should be making their way in shortly as well. They, of course, the Paul Jarman from Oscar W's restaurant, where the launch of the race was held on Friday night. Boat number 92, the Joker from New Gisborne, the first of our Open Women's Social. The guys, the Joker crossing the line, as I said, the first of Open Women's Social coming through with Tanya Boyd and Christy Boyd skiing out the back there, and we'll be looking for Mickey D shortly, the boat from Mildura. Boat number 89, El Loco. And then followed by Footloose. Footloose was actually in the stock 6 litre social, sponsored by the Harvest Hotel, that class. They're obviously struck a few problems. They're becoming thick and fast. I think we've got High Roller, boat number 79. And then we've got Hauling Glass, boat number 88. Just seeing 89 El Loco cross the line, obviously having passed Hauling Glass on the trip up the river this morning. Boat number 75, it was said Footloose, obviously encountered a few problems. And shortly coming up to line, boat number 88, Hauling Glass. Boat number 86, Rubble from Cranbourne. Shortly we should be seeing Mickey D, that boat from Mildura, the second of the Open Women Social class. Here comes another one of these great paint jobs. Mickey D crossing the line. Another of the Merc-powered boats, and of course Mercury Racing, one of our major sponsors for this weekend. Great to see them back again. They've got a marquee up the back, and you go and talk to them about what they can do for powering your boat. Okay, coming up to line, we've got boat number 94. Well done, guys. Great to see you finish. Boat number 95, under budget, come through. The fourth of the Open Women's Social. They seem to be a bit off the pace, a fair way behind Smoke and Engine. We're still looking for... Now, here we come. Here comes Oscar. Now, this is Oscar W. Paul Jarman, the driver of this particular boat from Oscar W's restaurant, one of the major sponsors involved in this weekend. Great to see the guys participating. Amazing they can actually fit in the time with all they've got to do over the last 3 days. We've got boat number 99, No Limit, coming up shortly. So we're missing Suicide Tin Lids and Clip-On Racing. No Limit, the boat from Fairfield in Victoria with Sonia Rutherford and Karen Easton skiing.
Would you like to tell all our people about a little cocktail maker that you brought out to Sydney a couple of years ago?
Yeah, I got a whippersnipper motor and just kind of converted it with a pair of motorcycle handles and blender top on it, and you just give it a full start and give it a crank on the throttle, and it blends you any mixed drink you want anywhere you go.
It'd be great down here today in this hot weather.
Oh yeah, it would be great.
102 Commodore X is the first in the class sponsored by Rich River Houseboats, the first of that class to come up the river this morning, heading up towards the finish line.
At around 49 minutes there, Dick.
I've got a sneaky suspicion that this might be Bartwood Yeah, it is Bartwood from Currumbara down in Gippsland with Darren Fox and Stephen James. So we're missing Psycho Ward, which started just before Bartwood, and also missing Gun Seacraft out of that particular class.
This is boat number 103. This is Psycho Ward from Hamilton, Victoria. On their way through. Boat number 103 with Lachlan Cunningham and Dale Hoot.
And we've got boat 106, a Boomerang from Cavendish with Troy Duncan and Barry Cullen skiing there, and they were in fact the last boat to actually leave Turrumbary this morning. So we're still looking for a couple of stragglers. Well, the stragglers coming through now. Boat number 97. This is Tin Lids, guys that didn't fare too well yesterday, but they were certainly a finisher this morning, and they'll be really pleased to have made it all the way up the river.
Here we go. This is boat number 98. That is Clip-On Racing in the Open Women's Social class. Clip-On Race from Langwarrin. And Melinda Ellis, Fiona Edwards, the skiers here. Obviously had a little bit of trouble up the course.
Boat number 96 should be coming in too. Suicide. It's a name that's been around for a long time. We had quite a few boats in the mid-70s called Suicide that actually were outright winners of the race. It's boat 100. One of the stragglers coming through.
Echola, UTI.
Yep, the boat down from Parks.
The last in the women's social to come through.
Obviously had a few hassles this morning, but as we keep saying, you watch those people throw their arms in the air as they go across the line, and they're happy just to make it.
What do you think the skiers are going through their minds at the moment, or about to get ready for the big race, the big bangers coming down?
Definitely with this race, I'll be thinking about a lot of the corners, especially the last end of this race. It gets pretty windy, so I think that'll be one of the concerns for this race for the skiers.
Funny thing about rivers, they have bends in them, don't they?
You can see the first boat heading up past Marul. Well on the way, and it's Top Shot.
This is an amazing time to be coming through now, Dick. It should be another minute away. It'll be a minute from now. Any time in the next minute, there will be a new record. And here we are right now, Top Shot thundering through in a time of, this has got to be a new record. Top Shot crossing the line in 31 minutes 23, taking some 30 seconds off the record. If that's our thumbnail time, of course, if my watch is correct, but that's some 30 seconds off the record for Top Shot. We were talking about the double, how hard it was to do. Those guys have just come out of nowhere.
Okay, congratulations, Jamie and Justin. That was an awesome run. It looks like unofficially you've broken the record this year. How do you feel, Jamie?
Pretty happy. We just thought we set out to just break the record. We knew we had the boat for it and we had the pole position for it, so we went out there and just ran our own race. Everything went smoothly and it looks like we've got it. So.
Excellent. Okay, Justin, this is this the first time behind Top Shot for you?
Yeah, I'm the ring end of the crew, the Victorian out of these New South Wales guys. So, yeah, we did a good time. Everything went pretty smoothly, so it was good.
And Showdown, certainly they're pushing the envelope with the time as well, Dick. They left at 1 minute past 12. They want to push it. The skiers are trying to get them to go faster. I don't think they'll be able to break the record that we think that Top Shot has already done.
You can rest assured that Ian Trick will be wringing the neck out of this thing to try and get it going as fast as
Here he is
possibly
now
can.
giving it everything he can possibly do into the final straight for the Club Marine Southern 80 for 2000, taking it wide and crossing in a time of 32.35. But here is another boat just coming around Marul Corner. It won't be long and you'll see the next boat coming through, and the Club Marine Southern 80 for 2000. It looks like boat number 7, that's Stinger. And Stinger promised some very fast times. You were talking about bragging rights, Dick. Well, these Stinger promised some very, very fast times and didn't want to put the boat under 100 mile an hour anywhere along the river. That was until he saw the river and saw Marul Corner for a start. But he's certainly thundering through. That means we're missing a few boats in the middle there. And we're saying that Stinger's crossing a line at about 33 minutes 12. So another fast time as we see another boat coming around the corner. Is this coming around the Marul Bend? This does look like one of your inboards.
13, the Sting.
The Sting is through.
So 4 out of 13 boats so far. We're not doing particularly well, but
coming through the final bend here. Then 33, 1, 2, 33, 3 or so for the Sting. This is too extreme. We were just talking about those Merc twin rigs not coming through at the fastest time they would like to have had. So maybe it was a simple case of a drop skier on the way down the track. And of course, if you do drop a skier, you've got to make sure there's no other boats behind you. You've got to keep out of their way if they're racing a clean line through. As we see Too Extreme coming to the final straight for the Club Marine Southern 80 for 2000. They're certainly running clean now.
Okay, Cyclone Racing, number 12, just crossing the line there. They're a little bit behind schedule as we've already had the Sting through. Must have encountered a few problems. Another one of those twin rig Mercs.
Thumping certainly are. They left at 25 past. So they're coming through in a time of around 34, 35 minutes.
And of course, these guys are skiing in 16 to 19 boys.
And there's the Axe, who's obviously had some trouble up the river. The Axe was actually the 6th boat off this afternoon. Here is the Axe just about to come into the final straight for the Club Marine Southern 80 2000. There is the Axe, followed in by Wild Turkey, boat number 27. Here's Wild Turkey, is smoking it up here at the moment. Will it get all the way? There is Wild Turkey across the line. You see plenty of smoke coming out of that engine.
Kenny down here in the water. It's lovely in the water, a bit hot out there, but I'll tell you, there's been a few casualties coming down the river, Ken.
Yeah, it's typical on a hot day like this. I don't know what it is. A lot of the big boats don't get through. It'll be interesting to see what's happened.
Where are we? Boat 28, that's Exertion from Blackburn North. And that means the first 3 of that class have made it across the line. There are only 3. In fact, Exertion is not that class. That is Exertion coming across the line in 36.50.
I believe it could be aggravation. It is aggravation from Marupna. She's telling lots of food this game. Boys well over a minute behind Exertion. So. We've missed 4 boats through there, including Bat Out of Hell aimed at Shortcut. I think that was boat 33, Status, with Emma Carson and Lee Hicks behind them this afternoon. And boat number 30 coming through now, Status from Emerald, Queensland.
And just about to make its way, Status Queensland, into the final straight. And here it comes now at a time of maybe close on 41 minutes by the time they cross the line.
We've got another boat coming up.
Double trouble coming through in the 6-litre class, and certainly certainly pushing the barrow with the time. Double Trouble having a very clean race. Here they are on the final straight.
Yeah, it is shortcut. Obviously being passed. Must have struck a bit of problem being passed by Status and Double Trouble.
Short 72. That's come into the last straight. The club ranks up at 82,000, I think. Not as smooth as they would have liked, I'm sure.
No, they've obviously in problem. Probably had a fall, I'd say. Another one of these big Chev turbo boats. Okay, we'll just cross down to Joe Hamilton in a moment.
Wait for this psychotic to come past first.
Yep, we'll just wait for this one and then.
Looks like we've got two boats on top of each other here at the moment.
Well, one of the boats is Cinders. We can see that, the old river craft, and just down the back of the bend we can also see another boat coming through as well. So we're going to have three fairly quick succession.
It's going to be pretty tight here.
Cinders, of course, with Lenny Riccielli, has been around for more years than most of us care to remember.
But still racing very hard and very strong. Doing some great.
Lenny is out to win it every time.
Most definitely.
Well done, Lenny. Good to see you back.
About 37.10 for Cinders, but there's still another boat just rounding the final bend now.
We've got the real McCoy. Boat number 34 from Moama.
Here is
Bryce
Rebel.
and Brendan Handley. Those boys obviously been a bit off the pace and might have struck a problem as well.
It looks like that.
You girls have just done the women's. How did you feel you went, Emma?
Yeah, really good. I think it'll be close between us and Wild Turkey. We'll just have to wait for the times.
Excellent. Okay, Lee, how did you feel? Was there any spots in the bends or any sort of problems you had on the way?
No, it was excellent. Like, Emma was on the right and she stayed out the wash the whole way, and then I stayed in, had the whole wash, and we just went really well. It's good rhythm.
Can you tell us what the main attraction for you is coming into Echuca?
I think it's a great race. It's very well organised. It's very well run in the manner that most probably some of the other ski races. I think it's just absolutely wonderful, and the friendship and the blooming bond and that happens down here is just so good.
Okay, thanks.
We've got boat number 48.
48, that's Racecraft from Forestville in New South Wales.
So, despite our comments a few moments ago about Ultra Rage and Aruchi Char, they haven't come through because Racecraft, boat number 48, has obviously passed them somewhere along the river and put paid to the hopes of Ultra Rage and Aruchi Char of a decent time. Because now from New South Wales, another one of these twin reef Mercs with Brian Turner and Daniel Graciano skiing today. Boys are giving a fair bit of stick going up towards the line, but a bit off the pace for this afternoon's run.
It actually looks like cut loose, but it could be a little loose.
Boat number 56, that's Stampede from Gornong down in Bendigo with Gavin Miles and Peter Hudson.
Sounding like a very clear run for Stampede across the line there. And here is Smoke throwing it into the final bend. And crossing the line in 59 minutes.
Double up.
Double up. Double up the gambler. And once again, Hall's giving it his all, giving absolutely everything he possibly can to get it across that line.
Boat number 60, the mover, that's it. This is the one that's doing 4 runs over the weekend. We'll keep the trailer guys busy this afternoon, going backwards and forwards down to Drumbury. Gavin Arnott and Troy Porter sitting behind Shortcut to this Edge Motion Grove. Another boat powered by our friends at Mercury. We've got skiing Robert Cheatham and David Males in that one.
Virtually out of the water as they thunder past.
Not much of it in the water, the damn thing nearly flies.
This is Revival from Sunbury.
And as we saw this morning, these observers throwing their hands in the air, absolutely elated. They reckon they've done a good time. And
the skiers are pumping to say, go faster, go faster. Check out the paint job on this, on the Phantom. The time can't be as good as Revival since they started off behind them. 38.15. Running at a pretty decent time too. That's 39. Certainly some 1-2 minutes faster than last year's winning time. Frantic across the line from the basin. Boat 70 dog breath.
Well prepared boat and team. We saw them in the street parade yesterday. Can't miss them with that colour scheme. Too hard down from Echuca in New South Wales. One another twin rig Murph behind a Connolly, and we've got Reese Middlemas and Michael Davies skiing here today. We should start to see Jewel and Warlock as the next boats through after synthetic.
Well, they're in the 6-litre inboard expert class. Synthetic.
Public Enemy from Fraser in the ACT with Luke Swift and Adam Laidlaw skiing. They've been passed by a couple of other boats so far, but no doubt enjoyed the trip up the river.
That's certainly all over the shop there at the moment. Buddies across the line, and that's the major. Yep, they're done. The fist in the air, they're happy. The following boat there, Dick, is 66. That'll be Double Trouble from Queensland. Not having the cleanest of runs this afternoon, but no doubt very happy to be across the line. And the Club Marine Southern 80 for 2000, number 78, the stockbroker, across the line, and they're coming thick and fast at the moment too, Dick. We've got yet another one. Is this the animal? No, Rock and Roller. Kamikaze, here it comes into the final stretch for the Club Marine Southern 80, and they will be very, very relieved to get across the line. In around 47 minutes.
Under the hammer, another one of those twin rig Mercs. Karen Edwards and Karen Follington.
This is the junior girls under 16 expert class. Strong Brew
also came second in the Aussie titles in 5.2 litre.
They're racing in Class 8 this afternoon, the 5.2 litre and 6-cylinder inboard. Strong Brew coming through.
Okay, we've got boat number 85, Still No Dramas from Mildura. Coming up, another Merc-powered bullet hull. And they're on screen and just crossing the line. Still No Dramas from Mildura. Boat number 86, Evinrude Racing. Well, they've had a good run. They started just after Still No Dramas, and it'll be interesting to see if they can beat that time. Number 79, Free Willy.
And we'll pour it on just to finish the race, but has obviously had quite a few problems in getting to the finish line here this afternoon. It's boat number 91, that is Slingshot from Cairns in Queensland. You can see on the big screen at the moment, and very shortly rounding the bend into the final straight for the Club Marine 2000. You'll see Slingshot on the way through. And this is boat number 92, Contract from Inverell in New South Wales. And this looks like Executive Stress. And Executive Stress is racing this afternoon. Sorry, Dick?
This is the boat that took out the Aussie title for unlimited inboard ahead of Rival. So they should be able to put in a pretty quick time.
Racing this afternoon, Open Women's Expert from Bradstock, sponsored by Bradstock GIS. This is one of your favourites, Dick?
This is Jagged Edge, yeah. It was, as we were just saying, that broke that record yesterday. And it'll be interesting to see what time they can actually put in this afternoon.
Well, they're racing this afternoon in the Stock 6-litre Expert, sponsored by Rich River Powder Coating and Sandblasting. And the record for this is something like 40 minutes and 8 seconds.
Boat number 99, Corruption from Young in New South Wales, should be the next boat to come through with Kurt Fraser and Justin Gardner skiing. And after that, we should find Still Crazy, a boat that took 5th place in the Victorian titles in 8 litre. First boat is Echuca Septic Shop from Parks in New South Wales with Chris Isdale and Callum Brown, boat number 104. And behind them is Still Crazy. Obviously, that boat's been passed. Still Crazy, the boat that took out 5th in the Vic titles. Chopper doing a great job following the skiers up the river, and with the 5 cameras and 40-odd people on staff here with 10 Victoria this afternoon, they'll be able to bring you a bigger and better coverage of Boat 101, the Massey Machine from Murray Bridge in South Australia. Shelley Obston, Renee Plummer skiing behind this boat this afternoon. They've obviously been passed by E. coli.
Rattler 2. Coming down the line in just under 41 minutes. And around 43 for Highlander. And the boats just keep on coming. Some 260 odd be racing throughout the afternoon. So we watch another one coming through.
108 Sports Page. I love the paint job on this boat. Done a fantastic job, been around for a while now.
Yeah, it looks great, doesn't it?
The Gambler.
It is actually the Gambler you talked about a moment ago with Dick Minchin from Echuca.
Right the first time.
With the helicopter right in his tail. And expect to see some fantastic vision from the copter. There is the Gambler. 2 more boats coming our way. The Gambler coming through in about 43 minutes.
One of the boats is Spinal Tap, which started out of the blocks just after the Gambler. So it'll be interesting to see what sort of time they can post in comparison.
And 42 minutes 11 for Mickey D across the line, and that's an excellent time for Mickey D.
And I've got Rob here all the way from Mildura in Mickey D. You've been down twice today, and this prop we've got over here, did that happen the first time or the second time, Rob?
Well, we think it's the second time. It's just a little souvenir of the Murray River, and I'm sure that the Murray loves it because we took 2 blades off it, but we still finished the race. We thought, well, we've come this far, let's keep going.
This is Sonic from Emerald in Queensland. As we said before, there can't be anybody home up in Emerald, and the next boat actually is from that same place as well, Shrapnel, that should be coming through shortly. There we go, 134, Sonic.
131, boat number 131, Black Magic.
Okay, Black Magic from Lake Boga. Those guys know the river.
In around 44.
Boat 133 from Tallarook, just down south, flying low. And I bet they're wishing that they were actually doing that this afternoon, keeping the pace up with those Merc motors on the back.
It's a pretty good time for them too. And the chopper keeping an eye on them the whole way. That's boat 127. Was that the boat that was down?
Full Pulse, that was the one from Queensland.
Still waiting to get out of the water. Of course, they've got to. They can't get up and going unless it's clear. They can't get in the way of any other skiers, and so they've obviously had to stay there until they could get a clear run to get out of the water.
Number 135, Status Queensland. So they're a long way back.
And that's at least Status Queensland's second run for the afternoon.
Pest from Keon Park. That's the one that was stuck down at Marul. We finally managed to find out who that was, but they're up and racing.
And the hammer coming through in class number 9. That's the Shamrock Hotel 175 horsepower expert class.
And sliding round the corner, trying to straighten
Giving
up.
it his all. And towards the final end of their campaign for 2000, boat number 137. That's that local Echuca boat, Canit, Dick.
Yeah, we mentioned that. Phil and Annette Woods back-to-back in this one.
45-20 for Canit there.
So another lab boat up there dancing around the corner. That's Alibi.
And Alibi coming through in a very quick time too.
Mark Crawford, how are you, Mark?
Very good, thanks, Blitz.
Listen, you must be pretty happy with the turnout and the way things are going. You've been behind the Southern 80 for about 4 years now. Are you going to continue on with it? I hope you are.
Oh, absolutely. Club Marine are committed to the Moana Water Sports Association. They've been fantastic. Their commitment to putting this on is excellent. The amount of infrastructure that goes into putting this event on is incredible, and congratulations to all the people concerned at the Moana Water Sports Association.
As we watch High Roller come through in their final trek down the Southern 80 for 2000, the Club Marine Southern 80. There is High Roller crossing the line. And look out, there's some fairly fast boats on the way down the river. This is Solvin crossing the line in 49 minutes and about 20 seconds. At next boat, sorry Dick, this is boat number 152, Kid Stuff, and Kid Stuff has certainly jumped ahead by over about 6 or 8 boats, waiting for them to come through. It's really powering. As boat 147 also crosses that number 148. 148 Idle Wild from Jillaby in New South Wales. And boat 148 is racing in Class 3 this afternoon. Here's 142 also about to arrive. This is Stoken Racing. Stoken Racing this afternoon, racing in Class 7. The next boat we shall see across the line very shortly, and you can see on the big screen now, this is Running Wild from Picton in New South Wales. And Running Wild, Tim Brown and Jason Dingley are behind boat 146, Running Wild, as they come into the final stretch now, pushing it all the way. It's excellent water they're taking and giving it all. That is Running Wild. this afternoon. This is boat number 151 from Wagga. It's the Agony team with Guy Morris and Robin Stanford behind the skiing behind Agony. They don't look like they're in agony. They look like they're having a good race.
Noel, you must be very happy. The first one for the Millennium, the Southern 80, Club Marine Southern 80, going well.
We certainly are, Whiskers. It's great. It's been a big crowd, bigger crowd yesterday than last year. The race has been fantastic, and the record's gone.
The record's gone. They said it wouldn't go for a while, but it looks like it has. The first one for the century.
It has, and it's, the assistant chief judge, the observer there. She's taken home the money.
She's taken home the money. Well, perhaps you'll whack a bit on the bar for us a little later on.
I hope we do. But it has been great. Hope everybody comes back next year, bigger and better again.
And what do you think of the big screen?
Listen, the screen's been fantastic. You watch the heads as the boats come around the corner. Everybody's watching it. I think it's been a big bonus for us this year.
Well, the Brat is coming through around 45-26 or so for the Brat. And now here is No Fear from Tewantin in Queensland. No Fear just about to join us in the final stretch for the Club Marine Southern 80 for 2000. And look at them power. They're certainly pumping it all the way they possibly can. There's they keep on coming too. We've got boat 157, Sumtoy, a long-term campaigner in the Club Marine Southern 80. And that Sumtoy you'll see first coming into the straight, followed by Way to Go from Shepparton. Both of them fairly hot on each other's heels. This is Sumtoy coming through now. As they go across, there's Sumtoy, followed by 155. There is Way to Go, the Shepparton boat, and the guy's very happy to be across the water as well. Waiting for Just Walking to cross the line.
Obviously haven't had a good run up the river today. They came fourth in mock social earlier, but at least they finished.
This is another one of the boats we've been waiting for from Cranbourne in Victoria. This is Breakaway, boat 139. They're coming through on the final stages of what is a pretty gruelling ride.
After a bit of a lull, boat number 160, Strictly Business from Pearcedale. Tim Marks and Sam Horn skiing behind that boat. And that's followed by boat 159, the Agitator. So obviously Strictly Business has passed them on the journey up the river this afternoon. Somebody close on their tail. Solid Gold is one of the boats. And boat 165, Power of One. So Power of One across the line, as we said, with Mark Pickering skiing, who's a skier well known to a lot of people involved in ski racing. And we've also got Solid Gold limping across the line this afternoon. Unfortunately, it looks like the boys have encountered a bit of trouble. Boat number 162, that's Hornet from Mount Eliza. Shane Dieball, one of the skiers with that.
47-16 to Hornet.
Down from Marul boat 164, which is No Limit from Fairfield in Victoria. Wade McCormack and Tony Voisey.
There is boat number 161, Spellbound, across the line. But coming on screen now, you'll see the Matrix. That's boat number 163, a local Moama boat. And around 49 minutes 12. And here's Heisu, boat 169. Heisu from Bligh Park, New South Wales, crossing the line. It's not whether you win, it's whether you get through. This is boat 173, Vegemite. And Vegemite is racing in Class 5 this afternoon. And that class is the 6-litre inboard expert class. This is Shogun from Croydon Park in New South Wales. And Shogun this afternoon is racing some fairly good times too, actually. Shogun was off about 41 minutes ago, so they're certainly right up there in contention. You'll see two here quite close together as they come through. You can see them on the big screen, and a third one coming in behind them. Boat 178, No Fear, racing in Class 7, and that's the Smock Expert class.
And we've also got Suicide closely behind them as well.
So next one should be Headhunter.
Buzz U.
Buzz U, as the helicopters have been doing for the afternoon. Another great package put together by 10 Victoria. As we see Ecstasy crossing the line from Kings Langley in New South Wales in a time of just over 43 minutes.
We've got Just Kidding.
Just Kidding.
Coming up, a boat from Hornsby, New South Wales.
Well, Ecstasy's just past them, but if we're right on that time of 43.01, well, we'll be looking at yet another record in the Club Marine Southern 80 for 2000. Another boat also just about to cross the line.
Boat 158.
158? Envious?
Yeah, I think they might have parked to have a cup of coffee on the way up the river as well.
That's Firefox in the mock expert from Salem Ski Boats. And 184 coming through. This is boat 103, boat number 103, Shadrach.
This is a boat we talked about before that changed hands between one Motorsports Club director and another. So, Tom, you probably got to go back and just see what sort of guarantee was actually associated with that particular purchase.
Boat number 188, that's from Frankston, Victoria, Eclipse Racing. And Eclipse Racing this afternoon, racing in Class 3.
And boat 180, spring loaded from Tarmore in New South Wales. Tracy Weatherburn and Lisa out the back. Aussie boat number 187 from Bentley. Matthew Newton and Dustin Newton skiing behind that.
And they're coming through and coming into the final straight about now for Slick.
They started.
So about 50 minutes and 20 odd seconds for Slick.
Boat 179, Top Image. Another New South Wales boat, been passed by about 4 or 5 on its trip up the river. A perfect break, 147 on screen at the moment. The guys from Wilberforce in New South Wales. Now, by the looks of these guys, they've had a darn good run up the river. You can see on screen, we've got boat number 189. That's Chaparral from Preston East.
Kamikaze, boat number 190. Coming across and also around the 58-minute mark.
Boat number 183, Rigmarole Racing. Here it is, a lap boat powered by Mercury with Brad and Glenn Collins skiing this afternoon. Justin Lucian, boat 196 from Berwick in Victoria, just down the other side of Melbourne.
And that is boat 196, Justin Illusion. Here we look at 3 boats on the screen there, Dick. Things are getting fairly tight and hairy.
Boat 193 is Kenswood, one of the ones we just thought might have missed out. That's that Seacraft we were talking about earlier. So then we've got boat 200 and boat 197. 200 is Redneck.
Redneck certainly showing the way.
Just goes to show how congested the river can be, though.
Well, maiden voyage, how was it, Mick?
Oh, it's fantastic. Blew me away. I don't know what to say. It was really good. I've never passed a boat on this sort of water before, and it was just, yeah, it was a bit hard and just wanted to bet in for it straight. I just wanted to get in it straight and get going.
This is boat 204, Russian Roulette from Southport in Queensland, and hot on their hammer is Thunderstruck, boat 203. You'll also find boat 207, El Loco, is not too far behind them either. And here is El Loco in about 46.5 as they cross the line. And what a great view that is. The guys keeping the fairly clear water in between the wake there, Dick.
Unbelievable shot that the camera guys can get down to those sorts of angles. I mean, when you're looking directly from above with the lenses, they can pull it right in, but these guys out the side, I mean, they're not far away from those skiers.
As you would have seen the chopper down fairly close to the water a number of times today, and the skiers pumping the air, telling the boat, let's go faster, guys. Let's really finish this Southern 80 off.
Boat 130 coming up at the moment. That's Nibble from Maiden Gully in Victoria. 201 is In Tune Racing from Blue Bay in New South Wales. Johnson Powered Bullet. Got boat number 216, that's Petty Cash from Nullarbor Vale in New South Wales. We've got boat 214, Voodoo, obviously being passed by Petty Cash.
That's boat 154, the Bulldog from Kings Park in New South Wales.
We've got boat 220 from Mildura, Bushranger. with Mark
They're
Kaiser
down.
and James Reed.
They're down. They just dropped a skier there.
Well, they've got a few problems, obviously getting a bit tired. The guys were doing pretty well up until then. 217 Shipwreck just went over the line. 218 Beaver. Another one of those lab boats as we talked about earlier.
And here they
Bit of
come, all
congestion
three
down
on
the
each
court.
other's hammer here at the moment. There's 219 and 200.
208.
208, sorry. Around 49 minutes for Wild Child. 218, which is Beaver. Followed in closely by 211. The Dictator.
The tireless workers here, well, actually, there's a bunch of them. The Echuca Moamo Search and Rescue. You boys have been on the water since 6, Muzzer.
Yep, this morning and yesterday morning we're down here getting the place set up for all you lovely people here to come and enjoy the day's events. It's good to see so many people out here today.
Now, listen, Muzzer, what's your actual job description here? You got to pick up all the skiers when they come past, or people who fall off, or you're just helping out?
Yeah, we make sure that the finish line's kept clear for the finishing boats. Any skiers that are a bit tired as they come across the line and don't quite get up to the marshalling boys, we try and get them out of the way as quickly as possible so we haven't got a lot of people and obstacles on the finishing course for the rest of the boats to come through.
Caterpillar, they're doing it. Boat 129. Yeah, it is Caterpillar from Rochester. With Ian Oliver and driving Clinton Oliver and Carl Oliver skiing. 225 Renegade from Golgol up in Mildura. Ryan Pearson and Jared Roberts skiing there. 228 Elm Street. So Caterpillar has put in a good time because they've passed Elm Street. Boat 231, excuse me, from Jindabyne in New South Wales. Jason Case is one of the skiers there. We've actually got boat 222, which is another con from Holden in the ACT. Boat 213, Extreme from Hamilton, with Stephen Perkins and Aaron and John Anson.
Throwing it around a little bit is boat 222. That's another con, just to manage to get it across the line. That's boat 234. Boat 234 from Cranbourne in Victoria. That's Rubble on its way through.
But Wigwam, boat 236 from Wagga with David Bryan, one of the skiers. 237, Force Racing from Glenorrey in New South Wales. Just the experience of being able to cross the line. Rebel Yell, boat 233.
But there's dripping wet crossing the line. It is hard work and there are plenty of stories.
Boat 210, that's Untamed from Airport West. Ronnie Baker, probably a neighbour of theirs in Airport West. And then we've got boat 239, the Clipsal Witch from Ballarat. As you can see on screen, 227, that Riverland Marine from Loxton in South Australia, making their way up to the finish line. We've got boat 241, No Dramas from Barham, just down the river in New South Wales. They're making their way to the line. Well done, guys. It's Steptoe from Canberra in the ACT. Luke Helmers and Steve Maher skiing behind that boat.
That is boat number
232, Building Tech Racing. The guys eventually made it. Well done, boat 238. That's Hauling Glass from Bacchus Marsh. They've obviously been passed by the Clipsal Witch. That's over the top from another boat from Emerald in Queensland. These Queensland boats are certainly showing some good reliability and having a great run this afternoon. And we've also got boat 251. That's Pulse from Arundel in Queensland. Okay, we've got boat 256. That's the Dealer from Gladstone in Queensland, just crossing the line.
Well, the Sub-Zero 2 left at about 4:18 this afternoon. And
it's great to see these young kids have the opportunity to come up the river with a boat of this calibre.
boat 257, cheers. There's Cannonball.
Boat 255, which is airtime from Marupna.
great camera shots. And this big screen has certainly been a boom for Southern 80 for 2000. The Club Marine Southern 80 will return bigger and better in 2001.
We're going to take it out from down here. The crew must thank AB, also Matty, and also Ben. Thank you very much. And to you guys up there, hope you've enjoyed the Club Marine Southern 80. We've had a great weekend, and hopefully you have too. And we'll catch you here next year for the Club Marine Southern 80.